What are you thinking, man?
I stand with my boy Benavidez. Canelo's a bitch, and we're fighting guys that are 3 weight classes underneath. I think it's just gonna be a matter of power versus timing. I think if Canelo goes in there and fights 12 rounds, I really don't see how he wins this fight. To be honest with you, I think Crawford's is the better boxer of the two. I think he's gonna go in and be much more volume, much more speed. Canelo's got the power, the head movement, everything. Canelo hasn't been Canelo for quite some time now. And this fight is just a money grab, but I think it's a dangerous money grab for Canelo because losing to a guy that's 3 weight divisions under you, it's a scary thought. And the fact that we're fighting this man before a guy that's undefeated in your weight class is just shameful to me. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with Crawford by unanimous decision.
All right, and we're live. Welcome to another episode of Under the Canvas international version. Last week, my boy Nick was in Puerto Rico, acting wild out there.
Yes, sir.
Living it up for the island. I'm here in Mexico, just doing things I got to handle here. Also, because of Noche Latina's coming up, big card this weekend. But man, we got some things to talk about. But first, man, how was your trip to Puerto Rico before we get into that?
It was real good, bro. I'm still recovering. I'm still here trying to get back into the workflow, the work vibe of things. But
I want to let you know we were scheduled to have an episode last week, but the way Nick was texting me, I was like, nah, go enjoy your weekend. He's too soft.
I was in the middle of the rainforest, like, yo, I cannot do this podcast right now.
Hey, we all deserve it, man. But while that was going on, we had a fucking amazing card. I don't know if it was the crowd in Paris. They usually always show up loud. They show up for their fighters. But aside from that, man, the amount of finishes, the action that we saw,
crazy,
and just the overall headlines of that entire card. Give me your quick thoughts on that card. And are the fighting nerds frauds?
No. I think I've never been a fan of Cal Barallo. I always think that like his fights, like the level of opponent was never there. I think he got a knockout and then fell in love with stand up, and I think he watched his brothers go in there and knock dudes out cold and say, "Oh yeah, that's our thing, that's our identity." But it's like not his. You know what I'm saying? Kyle is a grappler. Mm-hmm. And as soon as he came to a fight with someone that has the striking ability of an Imavov, like I don't understand. I never understood the odds from the beginning. It just didn't make much sense. As far as who was the other nerd on here? Kyle and fucking Ruffy. Ruffy, I told you. Remember, I picked Bobby Green against Ruffy before he knocked him out. I've never liked Ruffy. I think Ruffy has insane striking skills, but for a round. We've never seen him fight grapplers. I think he has bad cardio. I think his striking is insane, superior. But obviously, like I said, these guys are not grappling. And it showed. I mean, Benoit just fucking manhandled his ass. It was a lot more than what he can chew. And hopefully it's a reset. Like, it doesn't need to be a career ender. It's just like, hopefully it's a wake-up call. Like, bro, for both of them. Kyle, like, if you want to strike, you need to, like, focus on the striking. But use your grappling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then for Ruffy, you got to go with Prates and learn those takedown defenses. Because that boy, if Benoit did you like that, there's a lot of guys out there that are about to do you the same way going forward. So,
yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I think it was a little premature when everyone was talking about, see, they're exposed. I get that they're kind of their undefeated record that they had last year. They're starting. Yeah. They're all starting to get ones.
Process 2 weeks ago, can't call them frauds. Man, just fucking sent Jeff Neal to the shadow realm.
And that's what we have to wait for, is to see how they bounce back. We have to see if Ruffy comes back after a camp and after another camp and see if he worked on all the things that we're saying he's got exposed to. Because you're right, he looked way too one-sided in that fight.
Yeah.
And he looked like he got gassed. And the issue with that, too, it was with a fighter that he was on the decline. BSD was coming off a couple horrible losses.
Yep.
And to get dominated by that, I don't know if he just jumped the line too quickly or if it was too much of the crowd was just too much
Yeah,
against him or something. But we got to see how he bounces back.
I agree.
Um, Imamov though,
Can't take
what do
anything
you,
from him.
two
I just
great
don't see.
performances.
I still don't see him as a title contender to me, but I think he's really, really good. I think he has great body work. Like he's good at the body shot, shit like that. I just think there's a lot he still needs to work on though. Um, I think Hamzat just ragdolls all these guys. Like I said, I'm a big advocate for Fluffy. I think Fluffy's the savior of this division, but we'll see.
I agree. I agree. I think. I mean, he's on a great fighting streak. I mean, he
Yeah,
showed that he has the power. He's super accurate. But I
yeah,
think that fight versus Hamza is going to go exactly as we think it's going to go.
yeah,
And it's Fluffy or nothing. But let's say Fluffy goes out there and he doesn't show anything. That fight is boring.
yep.
Do you think Imamov has to at least just in principle get the next title shot just
I don't
based on
think so
his winning
because
streak?
like Fluffy dominated Roman. So if he
Okay.
goes in there and he beats a Renier who no one has seemed to fit, Renier's coming off a victory against Whitaker. So if Fluffy goes in, I think he has the win streak, the resume. If he goes in and dominates, I don't even think he needs a finish. Just go there and make a decisive victory over Renier. I think that's
Yeah.
enough. And I think it's a matchup that's more people want to see more than Imavov Hamza. I think Imavov hasn't ever fought a grappler, and I think Hamzat's gonna go in there and fucking throw that man all over the place. It's gonna be
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though he's fucking from Dagestan, it doesn't matter.
Does not
He's not
matter.
he's not a real one.
No.
Um, but aside from that, what do you man? How disappointed were you in Brad Tavares? You think it's over for him?
Yeah, I
Uh,
thought it was over in 2 fights ago. I think he's the captain of that gym. I think he's a great man. He had a solid career, but it's time to hang him up. Time to hang him up.
yeah, you think kind of this was just a fight to close the contract and just move on
I
from
think
now?
it's time from the PFL, brother. I think it's time
All
for the
right,
PFL.
and last thing, man, Paul Craig. Finally, we've been talking
Yo,
about this
Paul
for
Craig, what a fucking waste of time. Man took off his gloves, and I was just like, ugh, I didn't even want to see it anymore. I'm like, bro, just fuck out of here, bro. Like, this man just stayed getting finished over and over and over and over again. It's like, how many times do you have to Anthony Smith route of fucking MMA where you just don't understand when to leave?
Yeah, it's crazy too because there was a period of time where he was dominant. I mean, you remember
I
when he
think
did
you got lucky with Jamal Hill because he was losing that fight, snapped Jamal Hill's arm off, and then everyone was like, oh shit.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then he was never once Johnny Walker knocked that man out with side fist. I was like, oh yeah. I was like,
yeah. This
he's
was
out of
wild.
here.
But he is still one of the most dominant grapplers we've ever seen. The way he puts it together,
Yeah,
because it was like you said, there was with the Jamal Hill fight, and even before that, if he got you to the ground, he grabbed your arm. He's going to armbar you.
go do jujitsu. This is not for you, brother.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I can't say enough about that crowd too. It felt like a proper like main event. Every time when the
Yeah,
fighters
they
came
were
out, they were
into
going
it. They were
crazy.
into that
So
shit
and you could hear that shit through the TV. So
for
shout
real.
out to fucking France and Paris and their fans there. But yeah, moving on, man. We got another fight aside from the UFC. We got Canelo and Crawford. What are you thinking? I know there's super polarizing. We got the one side with the Canelo fans, never loses, and then we got Crawford. Kind of there's some bang wagon fans in there. But what are you thinking, man?
I stand with my boy Benavidez. Canelo's a bitch, and we're fighting guys that are 3 weight classes underneath. I think it's just gonna be a matter of power versus timing. I think if Canelo goes in there and fights 12 rounds, I really don't see how he wins this fight. To be honest with you, I think Crawford's gonna be is the better boxer of the two. I think he's gonna go in and be much more volume, much more speed. Canelo's got the power, the head movement, everything. But Canelo hasn't been Canelo for quite some time now. Um, and this fight is just a money grab, but I think it's a dangerous money grab for Canelo because losing to a guy that's 3 weight divisions under you, it's a scary thought. And the fact that we're fighting this man before a guy that's undefeated in your weight class is just shameful to me. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with Crawford by
I,
unanimous decision. I don't think he could finish him. I don't think he could finish the fucker, but Um, I'm gonna go Crawford unanimous decision.
I think that's what I want to happen, but it's hard until I see it. It's just one of those things. It's kind of like John Jones versus Tom. Like you know how everyone is picking Tom.
Yeah.
Like I gotta see it, and then I'll
You
believe
also
it.
gotta watch out for these boxing judges. They're fucking crooked. But
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
and it's Mexican Independence Week, and it's in Vegas.
Turkey's involved with Dana White's first
Eh,
card. I'm like, I don't
Come
know.
on, come on. It's either they script it one way or the other. But
There's a fight on
um,
the undercard I'm interested too. Fernando Vargas Jr. versus
oh yeah,
Captain Walsh. So that's gonna be fun.
are you hoping Walsh loses just because of his
Yeah,
girl?
I'm gonna take fucking Vargas Jr. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, no. But aside from that, man, what do you think about the embedded style that they're doing? They're releasing embedded
I think it's
videos.
cool. Boxing should have been had this. It reminds me of like the old HBO like things you
Yes,
see back in
yes,
the day, bro.
yeah,
Back when we
yeah,
were kids, when we used to see
yeah.
all the Kodo ones and shit. I used to love that shit. Forget what it was called, like Inside the Ropes or something.
Mm-hmm.
But those are awesome. Sports need it. We love to see like the struggle, the way it's
Behind the
going.
scenes.
Yeah, like look, the WWE just released something called real something, and they show like the behind the scenes of like how it actually takes to put it on and what they go. It's cool. People want to see that shit, man. It's
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think the biggest thing is that the UFC they do very well is humanize the fighters, and we get a story behind them, and you
Yeah,
can really like get behind that fighter. But when you have
that's how I learned Ian Gary was a cuck because I was able to go and see on his fucking dresser. That's how I knew. I
Yo,
fucking knew it.
Ian, you're welcome on this podcast anytime.
No, the fuck, I'll leave.
Stop listening to this man.
Never.
But unofficially, I got it. Yeah, I'm gonna go Crawford unanimous. Another reason though, Crawford is just the type of person that he might want to fight Benavidez, even though he's another weight class up, because he doesn't back down from anybody.
Good.
So I'm just
Good.
putting that out there.
Fight him.
If that happens,
Fight him.
yeah. So
Benavidez would beat the fucking brakes off that man.
yeah, that's too. He's too big of a
Yeah.
jet for him. But I think he would entertain that. But man, aside from that, you're gonna go straight into our Mexican Independence card,
Fuck.
Lopez versus Silva. It's in San Antonio, Texas, which I think is fucking weird because last year we had this fear during this card.
Yeah.
They did the whole spectacle for the Mexican fans and the whole story behind their fighters. So
Texas has that wall now, so
yeah, so I don't know what they're thinking here, but I mean overall good card. We'll
yeah.
start here with anything in the prelims that kind of excites
Tati.
you here.
I think Tati's
Tati,
in there. That's a good fight.
Tati went from a co-main event to the prelims versus Amanda Lumos. What are you
It's a
thinking
great
about that?
fight. I mean, that's going to be for each of them. It's a make or break, so they need it.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I think Tati gets it done though. I think she bounces back okay, back to her
yeah,
dominant form.
yeah. Because like you said, her title fight last time it was a little disappointing, just the way she came out
Yeah,
and she just looked like the lights were too bright for her. But man, yeah, hopefully she comes in and actually like shows that she did some growth and just can be able to move on
exactly.
and figure that out. Now here we go, Dumas. Do you think he's actually going to get more than $15 in his bank account
I
since
don't
he
get
posted
how
that?
this guy's allowed to fight. I don't understand. He's been arrested like 10 times, but no, he's gonna
Yeah,
get
man.
finished again. He's gonna
Oh
get
man.
finished again. Zach is gonna finish him. I don't. This is the most least intimidating, scary looking man I've ever seen. Like the tattoos are all show, guys. Don't fall for none of that. Man is softer than Charmin, man. That boy is in trouble.
Yeah, he had a
In trouble.
couple. He had a couple good fights and like win streaks there, but he's starting to fall off ever since he started having the legal issues, and we don't know what's going on with him and his family. But yeah, he's been a little. It's been a struggle for him. Uh, but yeah, let's move up actually to the main card here.
We got
Man, it's a
who's
light
my
card,
boy?
but we got
Yeah.
Gaslam and Dustin
I'll ride with Gastelum until the day that I die. Um, I love him. I love the energy he brings. I think he beat Joe Pyfer in his last fight. I think he got robbed.
Agreed,
Um,
agreed.
I think he's really good. I think he's just too experienced for a guy like Dustin Stolfus. I think Dustin Stolfus is a two pack of ass. I'm gonna take Gastelum here.
Gaslam by
Decision.
Right, we got Jared
Rafa.
Gordon
I
and
love
Rafa
Rafa's a
Garcia.
plus 200 dog, guys. Go with my boy Rafa. Fucking go with the Mexican. I don't understand this one. Jared Gordon is a decent fighter, but I don't understand it. Very mid level. Rafa, brings the heat, brings the fire. I think it's only going to be fucking ignited by his fucking country behind him here. I love the underdog in this spot.
Yeah, agreed. Jared's been a little chinny.
Yeah,
He's been a little, he can get hurt a little bit. So, and Rafa's just going to continue to come
yeah,
forward and just put the
exactly,
pressure on him. So,
exactly.
I think you're
It's
right
like,
at that plus 200. I think that's right there for you. But man, what are they doing with your Puerto Rican guy, man? They're putting him in danger here. What are you thinking?
I don't know, man. He's been looking good his last couple fights. He's been getting these dudes in trouble. So he's been putting on a show. I think this guy's taking this fight short notice. I heard he a killer though, so he's gonna have to be on his toes. I still take the veteran though, um, on short notice, but I could definitely see a world in where he gets knocked the fuck out. But like I said, he's been looking good his last couple fights. He's coming in on a full camp. He was preparing for a really good opponent. Um, I think he'll be ready to go.
Yeah, I agree, man. We just need Rafa to sit on that jab because that's his best tool. When he sits on that jab and then he becomes that
Yeah, his
sniper that he
boxing is
really is.
clean as shit.
So he needs to establish that early and often and just pick his piece, pick his like pick and choose
The David
his strike.
Martinez is a killer, so be careful.
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna rush in forward. I mean, what is his victory finish rate? It's like 82%.
Yeah, he doesn't like decisions.
So yeah, if Rob just continue to hit that jab, man, and just pick your distance because otherwise you might go to sleep, man. We got the main event, man. So is the streak of the fighting nerds losing their O in the UFC continue, or do you think Diego Lopez is going to find a way to bounce back from his previous loss?
I think Silva knocks Lopez the fuck out.
And does that end the Diego Lopez hype train?
I I don't think it ends it. I think this is just a coming off of Volk. This is a tough guy that has literally looked unstoppable grappling on his feet. He submitted Bryce Mitchell. He knocked out all these other guys. I think he's just a dangerous motherfucker, dude. I think Lopez is a fake Mexican. His fucking country says Brazil. He's not even Brazilian. But I don't understand it. But yes, he's one of those people, like I said, like Bilal, that doesn't know wherever the fuck they come from. Um, I take Silva here. I think we're gonna be barking by the end of the night. I just don't see. I think if he struggled against a guy like, well, he took some shots against Volk, he gets tired. Lopez is a very quick starter and he gets tired.
Right.
Silva's a guy that could just fucking he just looks like he's coasting in there. He'll have fun and do things when he wants to do it. Um, I could see him win. I think he's gonna dominate in this fight.
Really? So you think even on the ground, you don't think Lopez
I don't
is
even
one of
think
those?
on the ground he can do it. I think Silva just fought one of the best ground guys they got in Bryce Mitchell, and Bryce couldn't do shit with him. He's just you can't take him down, and if you do go down there, he has subs. We've seen him sub a bunch of guys already. Like he's just a dangerous motherfucker. He's really good.
Yeah,
He is
agreed.
really talented.
I mean, one thing that we know is Silva is probably the most complete and well-rounded out of the fighting nerds, just because he can put all his styles together. He may not be the most spectacular on the ground, but we know
Yeah,
his striking and he has the power, especially for the weight class. And Diego, I mean, for as great as he has been, he's very chinny and he always gets hit. He always gets hit. So yeah, I mean, look for that Gene Silva knockout maybe second round. If Gene can
I see it,
find that
dude. I
chin,
see it.
yeah. So what do you think is next for him if he gets that knockout win? You know he's going to want to call for that title shot. Do you think Volk will
Yeah,
want to give it to
he's
him?
basically there. He beats the guy that just is there. I think obviously Murphy's next, so he might need to fight someone in between. But like, how many more
He,
do you need him to do? Like he's finished. You know what I'm saying? He's finished everybody. Like, what
yeah,
else do you
but
want him to do? You know,
yeah, but yeah, but even with this resume here, Mitchell, Dober, Jordan, Wilson, you think that's enough?
if he knocks out Lopez, I think it's enough.
Okay. and does he bypass? Because we know we don't want to see Yair and
If the champ can't knock out Lopez, then yeah. I mean, if anything, fight Yair for the next one up.
okay,
I guarantee you, Yair wants no part of that.
and
They're
he
not
won't
going to give it
accept
to
it.
you. They're not going to give it to Yair um, based off of what's going on. So I mean, if they were to just to give Murphy this shot, they're not just going to have Yair wait out a year or 2 years and be like, "Oh, here's your shot." It's not the way it works. So
So the way I mean, Yair didn't even want to fight Diego Lopez, even though they
exactly,
supposedly have all this beef.
he's trying to duck for a title shot. He's doing the Gaethje. That's not the way this shit works.
Speaking of Gaethje, though, I mean, it's been rumored that he may or may not have he
Yeah, they're
may or
gonna
may
give it
not
to
be
just
next.
because there's nobody else there, and then he's gonna go there, get finished, and then it's like, what's next? He's gonna end his career doing this stupid shit that he's doing. Because against Taporia, that man doesn't have a fucking chance in hell. So
No,
um,
so you're going Volk versus Murphy, and then we get Yair versus the winner of this fight for title eliminator next.
yeah, it
Is that
should.
what you're
That's the way
thinking?
they should do it. They really should do it. Volk is gonna beat Murphy. Um, I'm not really worried about that. I think Murphy was getting dominated by this dude until he landed a fucking shot from hell. So, um, he was pressuring him, and Murphy did not respond well to pressure. Volk is 10 times the stand up fighter that fucking what's his name is from the PFL tour over there.
Oh,
Pico,
Eric
yeah. So
Pico, yeah,
if you couldn't take Pico was pressuring him and landing some shit, he just got caught. Volk has
yeah,
been caught with some worse shit. Like I said, I don't see Murphy winning that. So I think Volk and Gene Silva is very interesting to me. I like that a lot.
yeah.
I
Agreed,
like that
agreed.
a lot.
And then that's pretty much it for this week. I mean, like I said, overall great weekend for if you're just a fan of fighting in general. Make sure
Yeah.
you tune in, especially now that it's kind of a UFC weekend now. If you think about it, just because it's unified, everything is kind of under that TKO with Dana White taking over the boxing. We also have the UFC main card, so let's hope for a great weekend of fights, man, and see what happens. Let's go, Terrence.
Let's go.